Hello guys and welcome back to another coding video Python for beginners, and today we're going to be talking about user input and another command. So before I start, I want to first talk about a command that will help you a lot when writing programs using variables and data types. So far we've talked about the four data types, which are int, str, bool, and float. And now I'm gonna show you a way to know how or like what is the kind of type of the variable. So to do that, simply need to print out a. So if you print out a, you know that it'll actually print out 90. So just wait for the output. So you see it prints out 90, and now how does this explain what A is actually the data type of? So to do that, you can simply just before the A type the word type without any capital letters, and then surround the A by two parentheses like that. And then when you run, you see that it prints on the screen what we've done the last video, and also it prints the data type. So forget about the word class now. All you need to pay attention for is int. This int. So int is actually the type of A. So here it tells us that the type of the variable is an integer. Now we have talked about the print commands in the first video that print something on the screen, but what if you want to ask a question that you want the user to reply to? So to do that, you simply need to use something called user input. So user input is kind of like a command called input. So after the print command, you're gonna have some parentheses. So let me just show you how to write it from the beginning. So first you write print, surround it, you write input, and then surround it again, and then in here you're gonna type whatever you want. So in my case I'm just gonna type how are you. Now if you run it, you see it actually kind of accepts a kind of input from the user, and you can see this because it is not stopping until you actually can't type something to like find, then you press enter, then it actually stops running, and you see it will automatically print the output that you already did. So you can just have a space and then simply run it, and then you can just type the output. Now, if you want the computer to actually like reply to the output, we're gonna leave that to another video. But for now, we can use that by just like simply saying print the input of whatever, or we can do it using variables. So instead of writing print input, you can actually just write the input command normally, and then at the beginning write the variable's name, and then assign it to the input of how are you, and then you can just print out A. Just like that. This is if you kind of like want to ask a question for the user multiple times, then you can use the like a variable and then the input function. Now if you run it, you see that it actually asks you a question and it's not stopping, so it still works. But what if you forgot about the print command? So just run the code. It will still work, as it is like an input function, so it will still work. You can just type anything. Now, Python is not recording anything, or like it's not caring about what you write, so you can just write anything and just press enter and it'll just stop the code. So it won't care about what you write, no matter what it is. You can just write anything and it will just stop the code. Now, if you want Python to detect what you write, we're gonna also leave that to another video that has the same topics of kind of like detecting the user input and replying. So yeah, I'll leave that to another time. So now I just want to quickly show you how to actually comment. So commenting something in Python, you can just simply, for multiple lines, use three single quotes. There are anything in between, then another single quotes, and this is a comment. So if you run it, it won't affect the code. So yeah, it won't affect the code. Another thing about user input is that you can actually not type anything, just press enter, and you would have this right here. Now this is for a like multiple line comment, and yeah, so in here you can just type like anything. Now comments are actually used for kind of like saying, now you put them normally on top of the code, but just for the tutorial I'm just gonna put them anywhere. Now I can just type like this takes the input of the user, just like that. And now that would not affect the code. It will just be kind of like a note for the user to see it. Now, if you want to write a single line comment, you can use a hashtag and then type anything. You do not need to close it with another hashtag, because that will simply just start another comment or be part of the comment as you want. Now, comments are not necessary except if you're really working with somebody who codes with you, so you can do this, or maybe leave a note for yourself so that when you come back to the code, you actually know, or like maybe you forgot what it does, so you can actually just type a command for yourself or a note that will help you kind of memorize what this code does and which part is which. And so that will be pretty much it for today's video. If you like this video and want to see more, be sure to leave a like and subscribe down below if you haven't done already. And I'll see you guys in the next video.